Joe always grappled with his masculinity, despite his rugged looks and typical manly interests. Deep down, he yearned for something else, though he couldn't quite pinpoint it. It lingered like an incessant itch in his mind. Then, one day, everything shifted when he discovered a sissification website. As he browsed, a whirlwind of emotions consumed him, excitement and fear intertwined. The thought of embracing femininity, of morphing into a sissy housewife, both exhilarated and petrified him. After battling with himself for weeks, Joe finally summoned the courage to embrace his new identity. He took the plunge and ordered a selection of frilly lingerie, stockings, and high heels, his heart pounding as he clicked purchase. The package arrived discreetly, and Joe's hands shook as he unpacked it. Slipping into the delicate fabrics, he experienced a rush of liberation. The soft lace caressed his skin, the stockings clung to his legs, it all felt incredibly right. As Joe gazed at his reflection adorned in feminine attire, a sense of inner peace washed over him, a feeling he'd never known before. Joe immersed himself further into his sissy transformation with each passing day. He dedicated himself to perfecting his walk in heels, honing his makeup skills, and adopting a more feminine hairstyle. As he embraced his sissy persona, a newfound sense of confidence and empowerment surged within him. Yet, it wasn't just his outward appearance that underwent a metamorphosis. Joe's mindset evolved too. He discovered joy in performing traditionally feminine tasks like cooking, cleaning, and tending to the home. The prospect of becoming a sissy housewife ceased to intimidate him, instead, it ignited a fire within him. He yearned to fully embody his new role and live as the submissive, obedient sissy he had always harbored deep inside. One evening, while perusing a sissy forum, Joe stumbled upon a post from a dominant woman seeking a sissy housewife to serve her. Intrigued and thrilled, Joe reached out, sparking a swift exchange. Mistress embodied everything Joe had fantasized about: confident, assertive, and boldly dominant. Under Mistress's tutelage, Joe's sissy journey soared to unprecedented levels. She coached him in the nuances of submission, challenging his boundaries and pushing him to his limits. Joe found solace in the sensation of being owned, of surrendering entirely to Mistress. He hungered for her validation, her guidance, and even her discipline. One fateful day, Joe's wife discovered his clandestine stash of lingerie and sissy paraphernalia. Initially, Joe was engulfed by a surge of panic, dreading her potential rejection and disgust. However, her response defied his expectations. Rather than unleashing fury or repulsion, she regarded Joe with a blend of curiosity and fascination. She took him aside, urging him to open up about his innermost desires and apprehensions. Though Joe initially hesitated, uncertain of her reaction, as he bared his soul to her, he sensed a profound release of burdens. To Joe's amazement, his wife didn't shun him; instead, she welcomed him with open arms. She perceived the vulnerability and sincerity in his revelation, acknowledging the bravery it demanded to unveil his authentic self. Rather than erecting barriers, she dismantled them, drawing him nearer, eager to delve into this uncharted territory of their relationship. United, they embarked on a voyage of exploration and evolution. Joe's wife assumed the mantle of mistress, shepherding him through his sissy metamorphosis with tenderness and empathy. She luxuriated in the dynamics of power that blossomed between them, savoring the newfound closeness and intimacy they cultivated. As Joe fully embraced his sissy persona, his wife urged him to embrace the role of housewife in their household. With zeal, he embraced his newfound responsibilities, reveling in the chance to cater to and satisfy his mistress. From crafting gourmet dishes to maintaining an immaculate home, Joe threw himself into his tasks with unwavering enthusiasm and commitment. His wife, now his mistress, showered him with love, admiration, and tenderness as tokens of her appreciation for his dedication. Together, they discovered a fresh equilibrium in their partnership, grounded in trust, open communication, and mutual regard. Joe's transition into a sissy housewife served as the catalyst for a deeper connection, forging a bond that was both resilient and deeply gratifying. As time elapsed, Joe and his wife settled comfortably into their newfound dynamic, flourishing in their respective roles as mistress and sissy housewife. Their affection deepened, their bond intensified, and their ardor blazed fiercer than ever before. In the arms of his wife-turned-mistress, Joe unearthed his authentic self, embracing a life saturated with love, inclusivity, and contentment. Ultimately, Joe recognized that his sissy expedition had guided him precisely to where he belonged, ensconced in the tender embrace of his wife, his mistress, his all. As he knelt before her, prepared to serve and heed, he discerned that he had discovered his true raison d'etre as a devoted sissy housewife, cherished and revered by the woman who held his heart above all else.